So if you guys watched my video yesterday, I kind of brought up my mom into it and everything. She was actually in the video towards the end. And I asked in the video if you guys wanted to see like a mom plays Call of Duty type video. So, you know, my mom's always down to make videos with you guys. She loves you guys, for real. So that'll probably be up sometime this weekend. I'll let you guys know when. So it's actually gonna be a pretty funny video. And I was actually reading a comment on my video today. And I replied to it. I'm gonna put it right on the screen right now so you guys can read what I'm talking about. So I was reading this comment today. And reading this comment, well, replying to this comment, reading to it, whatever. It made me actually want to make a video about this comment. And this is something I've been talking about to people for the longest time. And I've always wanted to, you know, talk about this topic in a video or something. But I just never really know how to bring it up. And, you know, somebody left a comment and he just, you know, gave me a reason to talk about this. Now, no disrespect to this kid at all. I mean, I know he's just a little bit misguided in my reply. You know, I tried to change the way he, you know, thought about things. I just, you know, thought maybe that reply would, you know, help him out a little bit. Or just make him look at things differently, because I know I've used that line or just, you know, that specific, like, I don't know, that type of like way of wording things to people a lot before, and they've always, you know, looked at it differently. But sometimes in life, things are going to get you down, and that's like, you know, a fact. I'm going to give you guys like 3 examples, and they're going to be all over the place. So here's one. For example, sometimes during the year with Call of Duty and YouTube, just in general, you know, this YouTube, I'm going to say Call of Duty, but even with YouTube, there's going to be times where your channel goes from like getting a fuck ton of likes or something if you're at that stage, and then it's going to slow down a little bit, then it's going to pick itself back up. And I know during those slow times, like, you know, if you're not used to the ratings you're getting, or if you haven't even, you know, hit that, you know, start to where your channel's, you know, doing well, some people, they get very, very demotivated by it, and I was one of those people a long time ago. But now, you know, I know that, you know, it comes and goes, it's just how it works. And a lot of people, including myself, this used to be me a long time ago, a lot of people, you know, they take those, like, negative ratings or that slowdown as something to be demotivated about, because, you know, that makes sense. You know, you're doing so well, then it's slowed down. What's the problem? Am I the problem here? And they start getting upset over stuff like that. Like, that was me a long, long time ago. And people, you know, get demotivated by stuff like that, when you should really look at it as, you know, I'm gonna do whatever's in my power to make sure my numbers go up again, or make sure make sure that, you know, just everything picks itself back up. Like, there's 2 ways to look at it. One way is, you know, the dark, just dwell in the dark and sit there and be like, oh, this sucks, man, I'm upset. Or, you know, you do whatever, you know, is in your power to make things better and, you know, just make things good for yourself. Another thing is, say if, like, your girlfriend broke up with you, or a boyfriend broke up with you or something, and, you know, you're upset because, you know, you just lost someone that, you know, really meant a lot to you, but you don't really look at it, you know, I mean, obviously it sucks, and you're gonna be upset over it, and that makes sense. So one way could be, you'd be the type of person that, you know, have Ben & Jerry's ice cream all day, sit there and watch the fucking Vow over and over again, and just literally watch the saddest movies, the most romantic movies, and just get all upset, start crying, listening to the most screamo, depressing music in the world. You could do that, or you could make yourself happier. Use the time that you used to use on your partner, or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Use that time on something that makes you happy. You know, use that time wisely. Invest it in the good things rather than just being negative about it. And I guarantee you, for one, that'll actually help make your breakup easier, for one. Life is all about perspective, man. The way you look at things can literally change your life. You know, just off the way you look at things in life could completely change your life. And say, like, another thing. Say your marks in school are fucking shitty and you're getting grounded because of it. And, you know, you feel like your life's a mess because of that. My dog's going crazy, by the way, upstairs. But, you know, just stuff like that. You could look at it that way, or you could look at it as, you know, a motivation to turn your life around and, you know, completely just change your lifestyle. So just little things like that. Another thing is, like, I just thought of it right now. Like, say you're overweight and people make fun of you for it, because I know there's a lot of assholes out there that make fun of people for being overweight or something, because that's something you actually can change. You know, you're lucky with that. If you're overweight, that's like the least of your worries. You know, you can always change that. Like, you know, if you're just overweight and then somebody, you know, makes like a overweight comment about you, and it's like a mean comment or something, you know, some people could get really upset and eat more because of it, but then some people might motivate them, you know, lose weight and be like, look at me now, bitch. So it's all about perspective. People are always going to doubt you, and that's a fact. And, you know, you could literally just go about it 2 ways. People talk shit to you, people do whatever. But for me, it's always been, you know, for me to prove people wrong. That's just something I love doing. Like, I don't know what it is, but I love doing it. Whenever people tell me I can't do something, I make sure it happens. You know, like, if I care about it, you know, you can't just say, like, I don't know, like, you won't be the best Battlefield player in the world. Like, I don't care about Battlefield, I'm sorry. No, but for stuff like that, like, you should just honestly go about using that as motivation versus just sitting and taking it and then dwelling about it. Because there's 2 types of people. One, people, you know, they'll be sad about it, they'll be upset, you know, they'll take it as that. Like the guy in the comment, he said he's just jealous and everything, but why don't you just use that as motivation, man? Like, why don't you just say, you know, I like what he wants. I want that. I want happiness for life for myself. I want this, that, and the other, and you do. Now, with the whole YouTube thing, I've always said this, don't ever do YouTube for money. Don't ever do it for fame. Don't ever look at it that way. Say, oh, dude, I love the way, how many likes he gets on his videos. You never want to do that. Just, you know, it's nice to have a fan base. It totally is, but don't forget that it's a hobby first, and then the money, and then the fan base comes second. You know that? But happiness, your joy, like, if you're not enjoying it, don't do it. If I hated doing this for a single day, and I felt like this was a chore, I don't give a fuck about the money. I'll stop. I seriously would, and that's honest. You know, I can always go back to school. That's not a big deal, and I could just, you know, stop doing this. But that's not what I'm actually really passionate about this, and I'm not passionate about Call of Duty. People think that, Wayne, how are you so into Call of Duty? I'm not into Call of Duty. I'm into fucking speaking my mind, talking, being able, like something like this. I'm able to, like, you know, talk about my mindset to a huge ass audience and maybe, you know, inspire some people. That's what I love doing. So sorry guys, I sometimes get really in a conversation. Like, that's what I love, and this is exactly it. Like something like a topic like this, you know, I know for a fact that's gonna change a bunch of people's mindsets, and they actually will benefit from this, and that's what I do this for, you know, because I'm able to make some people laugh sometimes. I'm able to, you know, make people think more, and that's the point of me doing YouTube. So I just realized that I had my face cam all weird the entire time. So somebody actually left a comment saying, like, dude, sometimes you're getting off your videos without an outro. I kind of like your outros, so could you go back to doing your outros? And I mean, sometimes there's just no reason to throw an outro. It's just kind of awkward ending. So I guess I'm just gonna. I mean, all I really do is just say, hey, leave a like, keep it real, blah blah blah. I mean, keep it real is nice, but I'm doing this now, dude. So you gotta leave a like. So you especially, you gotta leave a like because you asked me to do this outro. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. If you want to keep it real. Peace out, everybody. And that's the rap Niga Higa was jealous of.